Alrighty, folks, the government is shut down. What does this mean for Fannie and Freddie? What does this mean for interest rates? We're going to have this conversation and really debate the topic with the one and only Matt, the mortgage guy. How you doing, buddy? Government
I'm doing
is
pretty
shut
good.
down.
Yeah. It's always interesting too because I feel like with a lot of news, like you can pick and choose what you want to hear and what you want to listen to. So let me start with this one. An update from somebody I follow and I get reports from. Bonds improved on the day as the government shutdown has begun. The longer the shutdown lasts, the more bonds will likely benefit. As markets grow concerned, the long shutdown will hurt the economy and force the Fed to cut rates. No reason to consider locking anything at the moment, especially since no BLS data on Friday if the shutdown continues, as is likely. So that report, I see that and I'm like, well, shoot, like we'll just have a few weeks of lockdown. We'll watch rates trickle down, and then I read somewhere else that the projection for the 10-year through like multiple scenarios, short government shutdown, prolonged shutdown, like literally all of them, the 10-year increases and there's more volatility. There's more so I don't know. Which one do I believe, Mike?
So I think a lot of this has to do with the length of the shutdown. So I believe rates improving today was less about the shutdown and more about the disastrous ADP number.
Yeah.
The private payrolls was ugly. Negative number. Also, the previous month revised negative. Not good for the economy. And, that's going to be the last jobs number. We usually get 3, right? The JOLTS number was slightly positive on Tuesday. This number was nothing but a disaster. And we're not going to get Friday, right? The BLS is not coming. CPI is not coming, right? So if you look out just 2 weeks, the Fed is going to be reacting partially blind, which frankly, I think is a good thing. The data that's been coming out of the BLS has been horrible and only been revised one way. So what I hope happens is the Fed gets off their ass, picks up the phone, and calls businesses in their areas, right? These are 18 Fed presidents and they own different districts. Go talk to people, you lazy freaks. Stop looking at spreadsheets produced by PhDs that mean nothing. Stop looking in the rearview mirror, right? Go talk to people today. And I think they're going to really figure out that the small and medium businesses are struggling. And I think that's going to lead them to cut in October, which I think is coming. But to the other, so generally speaking, I think rates drift lower. Although I wouldn't bet on that. If I liked it, I'd lock it. Yeah. I'm never going to change that opinion. If the numbers work, I lock it because this thing could get wild, right? Chuck Schumer or whatever his name is could come in tonight and be open for business tomorrow, right? This thing could be over, in 5 seconds if they wanted it to be, or it could take 50 days, who knows? But I do think the longer this goes on, the bigger the risks get, because now we're not talking about 1 data point or 2 data point. You're talking about data series that aren't there. And that could get really wonky, right? I've actually heard, so the longest government shutdown, if you guys don't know, is 35 days. That was during President Trump's first term, specifically 2018. We've had lots of other shutdowns. The average is 8. Again, the average is 8. The longest is 35. But there's talk that this might go 61 days. And you think about that going 61 days, you're talking about 3 jobs numbers, 2 or 3 CPIs. And pretty soon the Fed's flying completely blind. And, at the end of the day, I think the Fed has to cut in that environment, right? Because, what are you going to do? So I don't know. This is uncharted territories, and it's really about length, right? If anybody could tell me today what day this is over, I could give you a firm grasp on what happens. But again, part of me, like, let's take 100, right? 100. I think the chances that this is over 8 days or less, which again, 8 days, the average, is not horrible. I would say 40%. I think the chances that this goes from 8 to 35, again, 35 being the longest, is also not crazy, 40%. But I do also think there's a 20% chance that this goes all the way out from 35 to 61. This might go 2 months.
Where does the number 61 come from? Why did they peg 61? Is like December 1st or something?
No, 61 is an interesting one because I believe in federal contracts, you have to give federal employees a 60-day notice to let them go. So they're furloughed today. So if you go out 61 days, theoretically, people are telling me President Trump could whack them.
Wow.
750,000 people he could theoretically whack because they're not necessary, right? Who's being furloughed? The non-necessary or non-whatever they call it, whatever, critical or whatever. Again, I don't know if that's true, but that is definitely a message I heard pitched, that if it goes out to 61 days, President Trump could do what Doge never could, and he could whack 750,000 people on day 61, which I don't know. I don't know if he'll do, but I don't know if he won't do either.
Yeah. It's a possibility. Yeah, it's interesting for me because I think, my overarching message is exactly like you said. If you like it, lock it. Like, especially when there's any hint of volatility, I've just seen too many people get hurt where it's like, well, maybe it gets a little bit better. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it gets worse. Right. And so, like, just don't gamble, because there's no scenario in my head where rates get significantly better. And, truth be told, as a mortgage broker, in those cases where it does, I pick up the loan, I send it to another lender.
Right,
I don't try to do that to my wholesale partners a lot, but in some cases it's justified, and we'll do that. And so, anybody who asks me to gamble on their behalf, I strongly advise against. And sometimes I even just lock it and tell them, listen, I'll protect you because I know it's what's best for you, kid. And if it gets a lot better and you're squeamish and squirmy, we'll take it to another lender. It's going to be interesting because I think, like you said, today was a false positive where ADP numbers negative 3,000 or whatever it is. So rates get 10, 15, 20 basis points better. And people are like, oh, it's because of the shutdown. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. No, right? All the jobs, man.
Yeah. They got better because we're shut down. Every day we're shut down, we should get another 15 basis points. Like, that's what the human psyche says, but that's not.
They would be wrong.
Yeah. So we're still gonna lock it if we like it, and we like it. Especially after a little bit of relief today.
Well, I'm curious. Is Fannie and Freddie open for business, or are all home loans stopped, or what's going on there?
You know what? I haven't heard anything, and I think that I would have definitely got the word because what did I read? Something
they
about
to be essential. Then they got to be essential.
Yeah, and I think it's got to be some sort of prolonged shutdown before something happens to FHA backed. The HUD is
the market
not buying these, and I would guess, right, like wholesale lenders are writing all these loans knowing that like Fannie and Freddie will be there when they need them to sell them off. Like, they're not going away.
Yeah. Fannie and Freddie will be there. They just the door may be closed for 2 weeks and they'll hold the paper for that long.
Yeah. They're on vacation right now.
There. So if somebody wanted to reach out, see what's what in this crazy world, what are they doing?
Go to greatmortgagebroker.com. Me and my team standing by, happy to help. Having a lot of cool conversations. It's still a market where buyers, if you're in the game of looking for opportunity is out there. So
go get those seller credits. Go get the repairs. You have the strength in this market. Use it.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I'm talking to buyers, and buyers are having fun.
There you go.
This is the market you want. Trust me.
Buyer's market. Exactly. You're amazing, man. Thanks again. Greatmortgagebroker.com. Thanks again.
Cool. Thanks, Mike.